I have a feeling you get beat up a lot in real life.
Shut up! Here I have power!
Right. Anyway, I've got a...
So I know Friday was actually one of those streams where it's just like, I actually got one video out and yeah, it was fucking amazing. It was great and I was trying and I was going and my internet connection was fucking up. Yeah. So we're actually gonna go back and work on, we're gonna actually not work, fuck. We're gonna watch a video that I was actually trying to watch Friday. My internet connection started fucking up, and well, quite frankly, guys, I want to make sure that I address this because I'm tired of looking at this fucking video. I've had it on my video playlist that I want to actually go over for like the last 2 months. But anyway, before we get into this video, I do want to actually ask if you guys can actually like and subscribe. If you're watching live, hit that like button. Make sure that that like button is blue, like the shirt that I'm wearing, like you smashed it. It's already given consent that you can actually hit it multiple times. Just hit the like button. It's asking for it. The way it's wearing the dress is asking for it. No, it literally is. That's why it's blue. But anyway, let's get to this video. We want to actually address ShortFatOtaku. I know. I wanted to actually finish this Friday, but yeah, let's actually address this. And we're gonna see what acting white is. Oh God. So if you were here on that Friday, you actually know that ShortFatOtaku has an interesting idea of just everything. Let's actually just address this. Let's actually address this. Let's go.
My friends, today it is time to talk about acting white, because it's 2021. Whiteness is not...
Alright, so first thing I want to actually say, besides the like, did he try to like have somebody draw his avatar like that highly stylistic version of Shazam? I know he has a Flash t-shirt on, but it's like it was a highly stylized version of Shazam in the comic books. But yeah, no, this fuck. Anyway, so dude, I'm not your friend, and just go ahead and let's go.
Not simply having a skin color, it is a way of behavior. At least that's what the woke lefties tell me. And also the white supremacists. If you've been paying attention, you'll notice that a lot of different races...
Wait, first, and I didn't actually catch this on the first time I watched this video. No, being white isn't just a way of behavior, dog. No. There are certain immutable characteristics that make you part of the white. Now, has that been expanded over the course of decades, centuries? Yeah, of course. But no, that's not like somebody can clearly be considered part of the white monolith, even though there's no such things as monoliths. But let's go.
Are now part of the white race, or alternatively part of the black race. For example, Jason Wardell, a teacher with Mediterranean and Jewish heritage, is left bewildered as his trade union insists he is black, despite telling him that he's not. Behold, a black man. Mr. Wardell, who is a design technology teacher, was invited by the National Education...
Now, we'd actually discovered that his source was the Daily Mail. And of course, Tucker Carlson is absolutely somebody who you can trust about race relations, right? Of course he is. And him throwing up this picture is it's kind of fucked up that he would throw up this picture.
That he's not. Behold.
It's kind of fucked up that he's throwing up this picture. Now, what somebody like the author of this piece, and of course ShortFatOtaku, is actually trying to say is that he's not white. This motherfucker is throwing up the false dichotomy, because what is actually being said is that it's like the whole person of color. It doesn't just mean black. It doesn't. And that's fucked up that so many people would actually fucking go to that. That if you're not white, you're black. Or a person of color, that means black. But of course, we're not accusing any of these motherfuckers of nuance, because it doesn't exist in their brains. But let's go.
A black man. Mr. Wardell, who is a design technology teacher, was invited by the National Education Union to a meeting of black teachers. The NEU says it treats black as a political term rather than a signifier of African heritage. Therefore, the term includes all members who self-identify as black, Asian, and any other minority ethnic group who don't identify themselves.
So, literally means person of color. So, let's actually just look up this. Oh, shit. No. What was the term for it, guys? National Educational Union. Well, you know, right-wingers love things that start with the national. Now, no, chose the wrong thing. National Educational Unit. Let's go here. And they're not even in the US. They're UK. Wait, what? They're in the UK. About. I'm looking at this shit and it makes no sense because it's bullshit. Let's go. Yeah, I smell bullshit too. But let's go.
Controversy had arisen over the panel on religious extremism in the Middle East that I had organized at my university. A petition to cancel the event in the wake of the horrific New Zealand massacre had been circulated among the student body during the previous week, forcing my co-organizers and me to defend ourselves against accusations of Islamophobia. Months of work had gone into the event, and I even managed to secure funding for the speakers, on the condition that the event went ahead. At that moment, it looked like I was going to fail. The Students for Democratic Society were protesting it, and they spooked the president of the college Republicans, who are now considering canceling it. Finally, one of our panelists, an imam, managed to persuade the college Republican president to go ahead. Despite the constant heckling during the speaker's remarks and the Q&A session that followed, the event did finally proceed as planned. The panel and I addressed the New Zealand atrocity and explicitly condemned white nationalism, but the protesters remained unmoved and even interrupted the moment of silence for the massacre's victims. Throughout the event, they held a banner that read, "You do not represent us."
So what happened is, and if you would have caught this Friday, what happened was the individual threw he invited some speakers to the university. And from what it seems about it with this story, and this is just so fucking obvious, that it was a right-wing president of the university, or Republican president of the university. Maybe it isn't just in the UK, but it was more along the lines of, it sounds as if there's some fucking extremists with this whole event. And you know what? Guess what? Guess what, Chief? Guess what, Chief? When you actually have these conservative or fundamentalists, a lot of people don't like that, and a lot of people don't like platforming that shit. But yo, let's hear this story. Let's go.
The event, I overheard a protester berate one of the panelists and complain that the event had not been organized by an Arab. I interjected to inform her that I was the organizer of the event and that I am indeed an Arab. You don't count, she immediately retorted. We know your politics.
So, this is the shit that kind of gets me about a lot of these right-wing motherfuckers. They want to say, well, no, I'm race doesn't matter, color doesn't matter, background doesn't matter. But the fucking moment you actually start criticizing them, they throw up it pole as a fucking identity shield. Like, no, my identity says this. Wait a minute, you just said race and identity don't matter. You just said that shit. But the minute you're criticized for being fucking insensitive, the moment you're criticized for being a motherfucker just out of the box, out of the fucking box, just like, yo, you know the shit that you say we actually don't fucking agree with. But my identity, it's the same shit that I fucking see every time I talk about a pick-me-ass motherfucker. What? You're complaining about my content creator because they say the racist shit that I want to actually say. Well, no, that's racist shit. That's bullshit. That's not what a lot of people in that group actually believe. But you should pay attention to them because this is a strong black woman or a strong black male or a smart black male. But they're parroting racist shit. So I get to criticize them. No, you don't. You're promoting racism. But let's continue.
Subsequently discovered this woman was the president of the Arab Student Association. I was already aware of this practice of Uncle Tomming members of minorities who challenged certain orthodoxies, but this was the first time I had experienced it firsthand. Such attitudes were evident in many of the protesters' objections to the event. Faisal Saeed Al-Mutar, an Iraqi-born secular rights advocate and the only Arab on the panel, bore the brunt of these attacks. He was denounced as a puppet and a traitor for discussing the role of religion in motivating groups like ISIS in his native country. And this does seem to be an accurate description.
You know, it is actually funny because that was one of those things where you see a lot of people called out. Why don't Muslims just come and call out the religious extremists that promote these barbaric attacks? But when people call out those quote unquote truth speakers, how dare you speak out about, like, literally, it's never about, one group actually policing itself. No, it's about who says the shit that we like to fucking hear. Like, for real, it's an issue where it sounds like a lot of people are protecting their tokens. But let's continue.
Of how the intersectionalists, how they operate when it comes to race. To use this Ayanna Pressley quote for, I think, like, the 6th time on this channel.
For whatever lived experience and identity that you represent, if you are not prepared to come to that table and to represent that voice, don't come. Because we don't need any more brown faces that don't want to be a brown voice. We don't need black faces that don't want to be a black voice. We don't need Muslims that don't want to be a Muslim voice. We don't need queers that don't want to be a queer voice.
You're not black unless you think black. You're not...
And ironically, that's the stupidest shit that he just said. What this motherfuckers actually want to say is this. You called us out. You're calling our favorite people out that we use to denigrate this group of people. And we don't like it because you're not following what they're saying. You need to act. No, you guys are a monolith. So if one person thinks that way, you should think that way as well. Like, what? And if you use that same fucking token, that same fucking flip side of the coin, when you actually say, yo, hey, we have these white people who say that racism is bad. Oh, they're selling out their race. Oh, we have this straight person that shows that we should be allies to people that aren't straight. Oh, they're just trying to push they've been corrupted by a idea of defeminizing men and destroying society. I'm not trying to both sides it or whataboutism, but the fact is, motherfuckers on the right want more ideological homogeny than anybody on the fucking left. The fucking left can't even get homogeny between ideas going on. But these motherfuckers, no, just shut up and do what we tell you. Shut up and think the way we want you to think. Shut up and just not make us feel uncomfortable. But let's continue.
Arab unless you think Arab. There is a large section of socialists, especially online right now, who have moved past the idea that race is simply some kind of genetic marker, but is actually a way of thinking, feeling, and viewing the world. It is no longer...
No, it's culture, you dumb fuck. Let's continue.
An immutable trait, but rather it's an ideology that you adopt. This is how, after all, straight black men are the white people of black people. This is a ridiculous statement in a ridiculous headline of a ridiculous article on a ridiculous website, but this is where critical theory leads you. If the dominant...
Wait, where was I? Where... Oh god. Yeah. Citation please. Citation please. I don't see that citation. Let's see. What did he say it was? Let's just go back. I have a horrible memory. All right, so let's see. Wait, what? Really? So let's just read off the first few paragraphs of this. It feels counterintuitive to suggest that straight black men as a whole possess any sort of privilege, particularly the type of privilege created for and protected by whiteness. In America, we are near or at the bottom of every relevant metric determining the quality of life, our arrest and incarceration rate, our likelihood of dying a violent death, our likelihood of graduating high school and attending college, or our employment rates, our average net worth, our likelihood of surviving past 70. I can continue, but the point is clear. But assessing our privilege or lack thereof on facts considered the only relationship with whiteness with America. Interracially, however, our relationship to and within black women is not unlike whiteness' relationship to the facts. In fact, it's equally similar. Wait, fuck, this is out of context as shit. Wow, this is probably from reading the first few articles. This article right here is talking about the power dynamics that straight people have with other people in society. It's not a glorification of the shit. Wow. This motherfucker he just sees the article and just goes completely out of context. Now, let's be honest. As a man, do I have more of a privilege than a woman would have? Do I get more validity to my argument than a woman would get? Yes. Fuck. Yes. But it's using a fucking analogy what these motherfuckers can't understand. Because as a male, I'm taken more seriously, even though I'm black, even though I'm less younger than 40 years old, I'm taken more seriously than a woman would be taken. Because that's the nature of fucking society. Wow. Shit. But of course, motherfuckers like this will never actually go into the full story. But it's okay, yeah, let's just take it out of context. This is fucking stupid, but let's continue.
In a ridiculous headline of a ridiculous article on a ridiculous website. But this is where critical theory leads you.
It's ridiculous because it's the root, which is mostly towards a black audience. Yeah, going full mask off there. And notice, he didn't put what website it was. Now, the root is actually something that is actually a prominent black website. Fucking mask off, isn't it? But let's go.
Dominant culture really is whiteness. If it's the white, cis-normative, heteropatriarchal, capitalist, whatever, then every step that you're closer to that, you're more white. And using this lens, completely stupid concepts like having a colonized mind or internalized misogyny or whatever the fuck, they all completely...
Wait. There are people who have a colonized mind that think that the fucking way of life by people that conquer them is the only way of life. Do you know that there are certain cultural affects that happen in not just Africa, but places around Asia, places around America, that literally would be in direct conflict to Western or Europe or Central European motherfucking ways of life that existed for millennia before the expansion of Europe. But because we're believed that, oh, this is normal, that is literally affect so many different things in culture. And yes, there's such thing as internal misogyny. There is. Oh God, shit. Speaking of which, but he does it because it's normal to them. God, this is like asking a fish, how's the water? And what are they gonna say? What water? Well, let's continue.
Completely makes sense. The way in which these people view the world is fundamentally flawed, but within that framework, of course all of this regressive nonsense would show up. In fact, using this logic, if you were to show somebody like Ayanna Pressley these black women, she might actually call them white men. If you were to show somebody like Ayanna Pressley
Now, no. It is obvious that these women aren't white men. But it is also that these how the fuck you get away with this shit and you thinking it is cool? Oh, they're just expressing themselves. They're promoting fucking hatred. But let's continue, because I guess they wanted the good ones.
These black women, she might actually call them white men. Of course, the political advantage of this point of view is that you can basically define anybody however you like, for whatever reason serves your purposes that day. For example, a school district decides Asians aren't students of color. Administrators at
Wait, the fuck? Hold on, let's see
purposes
something.
that day. For example,
where's this article from? Yeah, like yeah, his as Vegeta says. So his argument is against inherent internalized misogyny and shows internalized sexism, racism. Yeah, sure. But the school district decides that Asians are a student of colors. What?
School district decides Asians aren't students of color. Administrators at North Thurston Public Schools, which oversees some 16,000 students, have lumped Asians in with whites and measured their academic achievements against students of color, a category that includes Black, Latinx, Native American, Pacific Islander, and multiracial students. Where's the Arabs, North Thurston?
Wait, what? Whoa. And you should have cut this shit out, you dumb fuck. In the latest equity report, administrators in North Tunstall Public Schools, which oversees 16,000 students, lumped Asians in with whites and measured their academic achievements against students of color, a category that includes Black, Latinx, Native American, Pacific Islander.
I have a feeling you get beat up a lot in real life.
Shut up! You're Aunt Power!
Thank you for subscribing.
Anyway,
Thank you for subscribing, Axel Hunter. And Pacific Islanders and multiracial students who have experienced persistent opportunity gaps. I know that I'm kind of pausing it, but this is the reason why I paused it actually pretty quickly. Because shit like this, he's actually, like, how do you misrepresent shit so fucking much unless you're fucking trying? You can't be this fucking stupid. Because it was on the basis, and they didn't even say that they're fucking taking it out of context. It didn't even say that Asian Americans aren't affected by bigotry or hatred. Oh no, yeah, because we address their test scores in a specific way versus people that are actively have gaps of opportunity gaps. This is fucking unbelievable. But let's continue.
Latinx, Native American, Pacific Islander, and multiracial students. Where's the Arabs, North Thurston? Where's the Jews, you fucking racists? Where's the Indians? Oh wait, the Indians are actually pretty successful. Maybe they count as white too. The meme that Asians are...
Like, is anybody else seeing this as a vehicle for him to, like, just throw out vaguely dog whistle-y type shit? Like, yeah, of course, we actually saw him doing that the fucking, you know, I guess, doing the first, like, does this man really look like a black person? Does this person, like, is this just... Is anybody else like, and maybe because I haven't watched many of this motherfucker's video, but it's just like, it just seems like all of this is just a vehicle for him to just say dog whistly shit. But let's continue.
Whites is something that's reasonably widespread. I think I actually did a joking video about it a few years ago, about the alt-right's Asian fetish. It's not just the alt-right, though. I know Louis Lavaux has been saying the future of the white race is to mix them with Asians. I think he just says like he wants an Asian girlfriend, to be honest. But still, this is some weird South African apartheid-style shit, isn't it? We're actually at the point where woke people are giving us honorary whites. What does that make Tim Pool? Tim Pool's half white, half Asian. Is he a...
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Again, what? Like, there we go with this fucking identity politics shit. Don't criticize me because of my heritage. By the way, people who talk about lean on their heritage as a way of protecting them or shielding themselves from the responsibility that they have to make is dog shit. No, we're not all a monolith. No, yes you are, because I'm part of that and I think this way. The fuck? Yes, he's doing the model minority thing. He is doing the model minority thing. Of course he is.
Super white? Don't be obtuse. Asians definitely have privilege over every other minority due to their close proximity to whiteness. It's like I said, it's intersectional bullshit. For every other minority.
Wow, like, wow. 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 Why not read the whole fucking thing? Now, here's the thing. This takes the shit completely out of context. Now, the young lady actually did type in, "Don't be obtuse. Asians are definitely have a privilege over the over other minorities due to our close proximity to whiteness, while some are profiting off of black culture too. Yes, racism against Asians is prevalent, but not to the degree of black and brown people." Like, I can't make this shit up. Why not finish the quote, even if part of it doesn't fit your whole fucking brand? Or don't show the shit. Don't show the full thing. Be creative with the fucking way you want to actually clip shit. But you can't. Because even your dumb fuck audience would actually know that, hey, some shit is missing. But let's continue.
Due to their close proximity to whiteness. It's like I said, it's intersectional bullshit. The closer you are to whiteness, the more that the commies think they can just discriminate against you. But what is this whiteness? What is this colonizing ideology? Let's see if we can figure it out. White people food is creating an unobtainable picture of health. All right, so I got it. If you...
All right, so yeah, this is just dog whistly shit. Like, this is just dog whistly shit. That's all this shit is. This is just dog whistly shit. And I swear to God, it just makes no fucking sense to me. He is literally sitting back and doing dog whistly shit. And I don't feel comfortable with platforming this motherfucker anymore. Anyway, guys, if you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe and follow. It helps out the channel so much. I want to say that yeah, no, fuck this. Fuck this guy. Because it, like, does he not understand? Oh God, I can't with these motherfuckers. And the fact that he actually says that some white people have a fetishization of Asian people, motherfucker, you call ShortFatOtaku. That is literally part of your fucking identity. I'm done. Just like and subscribe, follow. If you're in the chat, stick around. I have more videos to go. If you're watching this on playback, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Join us in chat. And thank you for watching this video. Stick around for the next video, or stick around in chat for the rest of the show. Thank you.
I want to take the time to say thank you to my current patrons, and you can actually help support my channel for as little as $1 a month. Check out Crimson60620 PS4 Gaming. Thank you.